So you've seen the home prices in the GTA and wondering how can you ever afford to purchase your very first home, as you don't even know if you have enough money for a down payment, let alone enough to cover the monthly mortgage costs. Well, in this video here, I'm going to be sharing with you the top 4 government incentive programs that will allow you to double your down payment, reduce your monthly mortgage expenses, and get access to more money, helping you purchase your very first home. So if you want to learn more, stay tuned. So the program that can double your down payment, reduce your monthly mortgage expenses, and even reduce the amount of money you need to pay on mortgage insurance has recently been expanded so that more people can qualify just like you. And that is the Canadian First-Time Home Buyer Incentive Program. But beware, this program might not be as good as it seems. So make sure you watch till the end of this video so you understand what situations you should be using this program in and what situations you should not. To be clear, in this video here, we'll be breaking down the Canadian First-Time Home Buyer Incentive Program. However, there are other programs that I first want to touch base on so that you're aware that can also assist you in purchasing a home. So let's first quickly cover the other 3 programs the Canadian government has put in place to help out first-time home buyers. And the first one is the Home Buyers Amount. This offers you up to a $5,000 non-refundable income tax credit towards the purchase of your home. The second is the Home Buyers Plan, which allows you to withdraw $35,000 without getting penalized from your RRSP in order to purchase a home or build a new one. And the third one is the GST/HST tax rebate, where you may be eligible to get a tax rebate based on the purchase price of the home. So if you're new here, my name is Matthew. I'm a realtor in the GTA, and this is my channel where I share everything I know around real estate, investing, and personal development, helping empower you to make the best decisions possible for yourself. So if you're interested in that, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to not miss out on any one of my future videos. So what is it? This program isn't going to help you if you have no money for a down payment, as you are still going to need that minimum 5% down payment required in order to purchase a home. But what this program does offer you the ability to do is to double your down payment, so therefore your monthly mortgage expenses are reduced. Now, this isn't free money either, as at the end of the day, it is still a loan that will have to be paid back, and we'll chat more about that later on. So now that you understand what it is, the next question becomes, do you actually qualify for it? So in order to qualify for this program, you first need to be a first-time home buyer. You need to have a household income under $150,000, and you need to have that minimum down payment for that property you want to purchase. So if that property is under $500,000, you need at least 5%. And if it's over $500,000, you can see right here the minimum down payments you would need. So not only do you have to ensure that you meet the minimum down payment requirements, but you also need to ensure that your maximum down payment does not exceed 20%. And that includes the money you're going to be putting towards the house, as well as the government's loan you'll be receiving. And the final thing you need to do in order to qualify for it is you need to be purchasing a primary residence, or the residence you will be living in, and not an investment property where you may rent it out or flip. Now, if you want a hybrid strategy, which both includes a primary residence and an investment strategy, I highly recommend the strategy house hacking. And if you're interested in learning more, make sure you stick around to the end, as I'll share some great information resources where you can learn how to do this. So let's say you've qualified for this program. The next question is, how much would you actually get? Well, if you're purchasing a new construction, you could get between 5 and 10% depending on your situation. If you're looking to purchase a resale property, you could get up to 5%. And if you're looking to purchase a mobile home, you could get up to 5% regardless of whether it's new or resale. So while it's great that the government does loan you money to increase your down payment so you can reduce your monthly mortgage expenses, it does come with a couple of drawbacks. And the first drawback being is it does reduce the amount of mortgage you could qualify for. So let's say you went to go qualify for a mortgage and your household income was $100,000 and you didn't want to use the first-time home buyer incentive program. Therefore, to put the way the mortgage qualification works simply is they use like a multiplier. So if your household income is $100,000 and you choose not to use the first-time home buyer incentive program, that multiplier would be 5. So therefore, the total mortgage you could qualify for would be $500,000. However, if you still have the same household income, but you choose to use the Canadian First-Time Home Buyer Incentive Program, that multiplier is slightly reduced to 4.575, and therefore the total maximum mortgage you could qualify for would be $457,000. As you can see, your purchase price is slightly reduced. So because of this fact of the multiplier being 4.575 and the maximum household income for this government incentive program is $150,000, the maximum purchase price of a home you could buy is $675,000. So that is definitely something you want to take in consideration when looking to purchase a home. So where I truly believe this home buyer incentive program is used for is to reduce the amount of monthly expenses you have in mortgage payments. So let's see how much it actually reduces it by. So let's say you decide not to use the first-time home buyer program again, and you're looking to purchase a property of, let's say, $400,000, and you have a 5% down payment. Therefore, your monthly mortgage cost you're looking at is around $1,800. However, if you choose to use the first-time home buyer incentive program and capitalize on that 5% loan that the government will give you towards your down payment, you will now have a down payment of 10% towards this $400,000 property. And as a result, your monthly mortgage payments will only be $1,691, which means you'll be saving about $109 each month, or about $1,300 over the course of a year. So it definitely does reduce your monthly mortgage costs, as you can see in this example here. However, let's see some examples of where it may not work best for you. So like I said at the beginning of this video here, that money isn't free money, but rather a loan, or as the way the government puts it, is it's a government equity share program. And therefore, that 5% that they put towards the down payment isn't necessarily just a loan where you have to pay that 5% back, but you also need to pay the profits or the appreciation of that 5% back when you sell at home, or if it exceeds the time period. So then the real question is that money you're saving on an annual basis from reduced monthly mortgage expenses less than the appreciation you've lost because the government has 5% equity in your home? Now, of course, not every situation is going to be the same, and maybe you need to reduce your monthly mortgage expenses, but we're going to be looking at a couple of examples here of where the government incentive program works to the benefit of you, the buyer, and where the government incentive program works to the benefit of the government. So hopefully after going through a couple of examples here, you can better understand exactly how you can do the calculations yourself to weigh the pros and cons of using this government incentive program. Now, of course, if you want someone to help you out with the calculations, feel free to send me a message on Instagram or drop me an email, and I'd be happy to chat with you and do the calculations with you. So let's jump on into example number 1, and we're just going to be continuing the example we started earlier. So we know the savings per year is $1,308. Now, you're not going to be buying a property and then selling it in 1 year. So let's make that time period 5 years. And as a result, over the time of 5 years, you're going to be saving roughly $6,500. So then how does that compare to the 5% appreciation that you'll be losing and giving to the government? Well, let's say that $400,000 property appreciates at a modest 3.5% a year. After 5 years, your property's total value would be $475,000. So in other words, the total appreciation would be about $75,000. Now, 5% of that appreciation there would be around $3,750. And as a result, you would come out on top in this example here, as you'll be roughly saving $2,800. So let's take a look at example number 2. And in this example here, you're still going to be saving the exact amount you saved from the government incentive program in example number 1 at around $6,500. However, in this example here, your $400,000 property appreciated at 6% a year. And therefore, after 5 years, that's going to be worth $535,000, or in other words, around $135,000 in appreciation. Therefore, the government's 5% appreciation of this total amount would be around $6,700. And as a result, you can see the trade-off where you'll actually be losing $204 in this example here. So I think you can start to see the trend here where if you plan on holding that property for over 5 years or if you believe the property will appreciate at more than 6% a year, it may be better to not go with the government incentive program than it is to go with the government incentive program. Now, this is purely from a number standpoint. However, if your situation and you enjoy just those monthly mortgage payments for the ease of your own personal financial ability and comfort level, that's completely all right too. But I at least wanted to leave the statistical case out here of when you should be taking the government incentive program and when you shouldn't. So then how do you go about paying back the government? Well, there are a couple scenarios. So first of all, when it's time to pay back the government, this 5% loan that they give you will act as a second mortgage, and therefore it will cost a couple $100, like $200 in lawyer's fees just to get it removed. And the times you'll have to pay back the 5% is one, if you go ahead and sell that property, you'll have to give them their 5% plus the appreciation we just chatted about. And if you never plan on selling the property, what will end up happening is after 25 years, the government will send someone to get a value of what the appreciation is, and then therefore you'll be obligated to pay back that 5% plus that appreciation that occurred over 25 years. Now, if you plan on refinancing your home, that's completely all right. You don't have to pay the government back until that 25 years or until you sell that home. So now you have a better understanding of the Canadian Home Buyer Incentive Program and know some scenarios where it will work in your favor and the government's favor. If you've gained any bit of value from this video here or learned anything, make sure to smash the like button, as it truly does help me out with the YouTube algorithm. And if you're interested in learning anything more about real estate, personal development, or investing, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to not miss out on any one of my future videos. And if you're interested in a realtor in the GTA that can help you out, purchase a home, and run calculations similar to this to make sure you're making the best investment towards one of the biggest purchases of your life, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram or shoot me an email. It's in the description. I'd be happy to help you out. Other than that, I hope you have a great and successful day, and I'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching to the end of this video. If you've enjoyed this video and want to learn how you can use this first-time home buyer incentive program to purchase an investment property that also doubles as a primary residence, I would highly recommend you go check out my video covering the strategy house hacking and how you can do it step by step. So enjoy.